Welcome to a very special edition of Ami's House. I'm Michael. If this is your first time here, it's a little bit different than usual. Usually it's me and Ami talking to a guest or talking to each other. But while Ami was traveling out of the country for about a month in Israel, I had a special opportunity to talk to a artist that I'm really excited about. His name is Hillel. Someone sent me a song a few weeks ago. I listened to it and it was wild. It was like this Breslov R&B song. I went through the rest of the album and each song was different and interesting and surprising. Some of them got weird and funny, and I was like, who is this guy? So I asked around and no one had any information. So I decided, while Ami's away, I want to find out. So this is my conversation with Hillel. We talked about Jewish music, but really it was a conversation about creativity in America versus Israel, how Jews changed in America versus Israel after October 7th. I really loved it. If you liked it too, leave a comment below. Check out his album, Liyot B'Simcha, on Spotify, link below, and enjoy my conversation with Hillel on this very special edition of Ami's House.
It was a long journey. It's like the album, I would say it's my Chazara B'Teshuvah album. So
Okay.
I've been doing that like for 7 years. And the song that you like, Liyot B'Simcha, this is what that was the first song I wrote after like I started this talich. So Liyot B'Simcha was waiting for a long time to be released, and every time I played it live, I felt like so sorry and sorrow that I can't find, like, it took me a while to find the production. So every song of the album almost have like 20 different versions until I decided like this is the version. So yeah, Liyot B'Simcha was waiting for a long time to be released, and every time I played it live, I told everyone, don't put it on Instagram. I don't want anyone to see it, like copyright. It's not ready yet. So now that it's finally ready, I was like, oh my God, such a relief. I deleted all the versions. I deleted them, like only one version out.
Who produced it in the end?
Me.
You produced everything.
Yeah, I produced everything except one song.
So the amazing thing is, you listen to Liyot B'Simcha. It's kind of like this, like R&B type of song.
Yeah.
And then you go to the other songs in the album and you're like, okay, so he's an R&B kind of Chassidic R&B singer. That's cool. Let me listen to the other ones. And then the other songs sound nothing like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're expecting it to go one way and it goes the other way. And every single song goes a completely different way. And it's so refreshing and so fun.
Wow. It's amazing to hear.
So, did Liyot B'Simcha, so you said this was your Chazara B'Teshuvah album. So if someone's listening and they don't know what that means, that's so you found God, you found your path in Torah, you found your path in Judaism.
Yeah.
And this album is kind of chronicling it. Did your path in Teshuvah and your decision to start recording and performing professionally coincide? Were those, was that the same time, or were you playing music before?
No, I've played music all my life. But this project came up very recently, and the concept is, it took me a while to agree with myself to let go of being religious, but not being religious, like music-wise. So when it just came up with the music, it was only piano, acoustic, like, the artists in Israel that are more soft.
Like
so,
who?
Like Ishay Ribon, Hanan Ben Ari. So at my beginning, I was like, okay, this is the religious music I need to make. But then eventually I knew that it's not my thing. And I wanted to make like house music, and it grew up on me, yeah. But I came back to my roots. Like, this is a music I heard when I was like a child. Since a very, very young age, I liked those American artists, this 90s, house, soul, even gospel.
Like who? Someone called you the Chassidic Fatboy Slim. Did you listen to Fatboy Slim?
Wow. No, actually not. No, but it's cool.
No.
Wow, never thought about it. Maybe the Hasidic Mariah Carey, yeah. But not Fatboy Slim.
Right, like a little disco.
Disco, Stevie Wonder.
Uh-huh.
You want me to give you my influences?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so it's go from ABBA to Tony Braxton, Brandy, Stevie Wonder, wait, I need to open my my Spotify.
I'm trying to think who else during that time was big.
So many artists. James Blake.
And how are you getting access to this in Israel? You're buying CDs?
Like in the old days?
Yeah. Well, I guess a good question is, how old are you?
I'm 30 some.
30 something. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
There was still the days of CDs.
Yeah, but the old days, how it started, I was sitting like in the Galil, before the internet exploded. And my thing was, I went to Amazon and I went to the charts of the soul, of the gospel, even the Billboard. I went to the Billboard and saw the charts, and then I went to Amazon and listened to a snippet of the song and downloaded it on what the name of?
Like Kazaa or LimeWire.
Even older.
Yeah. Napster.
So this is how I got the music, not in the CD store because they didn't have the music I like.
Right. Yeah. That's why I asked, because I know like now things come to Israel immediately almost, but back in the day, like movies wouldn't even come out for like a year or two after they stopped showing in America.
Now you can. Yeah. Now you can have all the variety of music. It's crazy. But in the old days, also we had like the MTV, So the MTV was
right. So you were taking all that in, and were you playing music like that before you did teshuvah?
Yeah,
you were.
I was. You mean professionally, or this is the music I like?
No. Were you playing it not necessarily professionally, but at least even for fun?
Definitely. I went to the karaoke, and the only song I sang in karaoke, that I Believe I Can Fly. That was my song.
From Space Jam?
Before the jail.
Oh, that was R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't age well.
So yeah, this is the music that I liked since a young age, and also I have this hidden EP that I would not tell anyone where it's located, but I have an hidden EP in English somewhere. That is like, the music is soul, avant-garde, weird, but I took it a step up. I think I took it a step up. Like, I really let go with this album. I just like wanted to do whatever I like. The only thing that was in this process is, I like it or not. This is the only I don't know, standard. Yeah.
I think it shows, because when I listen to it, that's how I feel. So I'm a writer, and I've been struggling with that inyan for a little while, of trying to be too calculating. Like, I want to write something, but I want to write something that there's an audience for, and that I could sell, and that I could make, and that I can get people involved with. But I also find that the stuff that really flies is the stuff where I'm not thinking about that at all. And so listening to your album actually, I think, put me back in touch with that thing where I'm like, oh, I could just do anything. Like, I don't have to. It doesn't have to even be successful necessarily. I could just do what I want and just follow that impulse.
Amazing. So for me, how it started, I was few years like I was in this gray situation that I lived with roommates, and I tried to be religious, like the rules, like I told you with the music. So eventually I felt like, no, it's not for me. Like I'm getting crazy. And I was like, I just put my headphones in the house and started to make trance. How do you say English? Transim,
Trance
music. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this makes me happy. I make trance, I make happy music. I jump in my room, and then eventually I decided to put this project, the Hillel project, because I have two names. So Hillel is my second name. My first name is Yotam.
Yotam.
So I decided to take a song out. You know the song תתקשר לשם? אם תרצה להתקדם, תתקשר לשם. It's with the dancers. It's like a music video with Batsheva dancers.
Okay, I don't think I know it.
Anyway, so this was the first song of the project that was released. It was released before the album came out.
Okay.
And I decided I'm going to put it out without anyone know. So I didn't tell anyone. I put out the song with Hillel name, with like the image is a phone connected to tefillin. So I put the song out, and I just like put it on the status, like, yeah, new song of Hillel. Who is Hillel? You are Yotam Hillel. Who is Hillel? Anyway, all my friends, like the religious friends, hated it. Not American friends. Okay, Israelis friends that don't have like the American references. They hated the song. And I said,
they told you?
Yeah. No comments. Why you do? One friend like told me, why you do this music? Don't do this music. And I was like, okay, I tried. Whatever. I mean, I didn't feel even bad, because I liked it. I did the best I know, and they don't like it. So what can I do?
What else is there? Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so continuing the story, I had a piano student, and she's the wife of the director of Batsheva dance company, in Israel.
I think I've heard of it.
The biggest dance company in Israel called Batsheva.
Okay.
Contemporary dance. Anyway, so I told her, maybe we do something with the song. And then I saw 4 dancers in her Instagram story. And I said, yalla, we take these dancers. She arranged everything.
She liked the song.
She liked the song.
She liked it.
So there we go. We did this music video with the 4 dancers from Batsheva, non-religious, some of them non-Jewish, totally doing the Vogue things for, this weird song. And like when we did the video, so the photographer told me, wow, I love this music. It's amazing. And I was like, what? You like this song? No one liked this song.
But why were you you must have known by then though that there was something to it, because you were already pursuing it further.
What do you mean?
Right, you were already making the video and getting dancers involved, so you must have known that the song was indeed good.
I think I was confused because in the religious standards, they didn't like it, and I wanted to be in the religious standards. So yeah, in the secular standards, yeah, that we like it, but I didn't want to be secular anymore.
Okay.
You get
and in your, yeah, I mean, it's different I think in America and in Israel, I guess. Ishai Ribo is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the only artists to cross over in a big way where religious and secular both like the same thing. So otherwise, did you feel like you had to choose either I'm secular or I'm religious in terms of who's going to listen to my music? Could you have imagined that everyone would listen to it?
I think it was not in my mind.
Cool. Rick Rubin would like that.
I didn't have like a really mission in the audience. I didn't think so much, actually. It's like
okay.
I just wanted to make the music. It was fresh to me. And so we did this video with the dancers, and I put it out, and people loving it. Like like the feedback I got for the song was amazing. So I knew, like, yeah, I'm going to continue. This is my thing. I'm going to make this project all the way. So since that song, I started to create the album with more confident. Yeah.
And what's the reception been since you put it out?
Very.
Because I've been watching this. Yeah, I've been watching the songs like double and triple. Let's see what they're at now.
What do you mean, like views?
Yeah, like on Spotify at least.
Don't believe in numbers. The music business is a lie, you know.
Okay, go on.
It's all about many things that connected to many things and money.
You know. So has that been your experience so far?
So my experience with the tguvot, with the feedback, is really surprising. What's the most surprising is the audience, because when I put the music out, I was only thinking about Israelis, like secular, you know, the average Tel Avivi, hipsters, maybe North, and religious like Shomron, Agush, Chozrim Betshuvah, like people that are in the middle. But I found out there is amazing population of Chozrim Betshuvah Americans. So I think this is my surprise. Like you got like that you're listening to my music. This is a surprise. I didn't think about the state. I didn't think about that at all. But it's so reasonable because this is your music, you know, this is your references.
Totally. That's like I listen to The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Like and it's not a struggle for me. It's not really something that like I feel like I have to choose between like, can I be religious or can I listen to The Weeknd? That's not something that me or most of my friends really struggle with. I grew up modern Orthodox in New Jersey, so you know you get both. It doesn't exist as much in Israel, but you're fully submerged into the secular world, along with the religious world. So a lot of the music that comes out that's supposed to be fun from the like more Haredi Chassidic world always sounds corny for the most part. It's a joke a little bit. It's fun, but it's a little bit of a joke.
I got you.
Yours though is not a joke.
Interesting.
Yours like to my ears and to my friends' ears, like we notice immediately there's something different about it. It's on a different type of level. Zusha also, you know Zusha?
Of course.
So they just started doing music like this also, and I think one of the reasons that I think it's so good is because they grew up they came from the same world as I come from, so they have that ear and that taste for quality in music, whereas most of the people producing those kinds of songs just don't.
It's interesting. So yeah, that's what I feel about the surprise, because the Israeli, like the religious Israeli that lives in whatever, Jerusalem, Shomron, you know Shomron, yeah?
Yeah.
All over, the references are very limited music-wise. So when they hear my music, they don't get it. Like they don't get why I sing so high. They don't get the music. It's like It's like, I always say it's like when you're an artist, if you don't know, there was artist named Dushan, and he created this toilet, I think 100 years ago. And then he put this toilet in the exhibition in the museum. Back in the day, it was crazy. But today, when someone see it, like, okay, what is toilet? If you don't have this cake references, then you don't understand this. Layered, yeah. You don't understand this. So you can understand this because you came from this culture. But most Israelis, they don't come from this culture.
Right, and you cultured... most Israelis or most religious Israelis?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Because you didn't grow up religious and you had the culture.
It's a good point, yeah. But I grew up very individual, so I was looking for this music independent. But
right,
yeah, it's true because it was MTV and VH1 back in the day.
Right.
So definitely.
I wonder if younger listeners also will find it because they have more exposure.
So I think like what I can say also about this album, that it has two aspects. One aspect is the music, what we talk about, and the other aspect is, I think, the lyrics. It's not so many lyrics in the music, but the Hebrew lyrics are very exposed in a sense of, I don't call it a religious album. I think it's more inspirational album. So when an Israeli secular or a Israeli religious guy, like young guy, hear this lyrics, it's like, wow. I think this is how I feel. I created this music because I have this song named Mikveh. You know the Mikveh song?
Yeah.
So it's like, אני רוצה לחזור למוטב. Like, I want to get better. It's something that everyone can relate to. It's not about the music. It's about the essence of the lyrics that you want to get better. It's and I also get this feedback that it's not a religious album. It's an inspirational album. Although I talk about the mikveh, and I talk about Gemara, and I talk about Hashem, and I talk about Shabbat, but it still come across as more inspirational.
What was that song at the beginning? There's an English phrase that repeats over and over again. It's like a recording that you took and then it played over and over again. Something about God. I can't remember right now.
Hashem is a winner.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Yeah. Hashem is a winner. What? Where did that come from? So there's a song at the beginning. You repeat Hashem is a winner over and over and over again. I had my interpretation of it, but I'd like to hear what you think.
No, I want to hear what you had in mind. Yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yuval Noah Harari. I'm a professor and an author, and I want to let you know that Ami's house, Beit Ami, is now on Patreon for just 5 stories a month.
Yuval, it's not 5 stories. It's $5 a month.
No. It's a story.
We need dollars, though.
Everything is a story, Michael. All of life is a story. Everything is sapiens and everything is stories about sapiens. You're a sapien, I'm a sapien, this room, sapien.
So $5 a month?
5 stories a month.
Dollars.
Yes, and when I put my kids to bed at night, when they lose a tooth, I put a story under the pillow.
Well, I mean, coming from, I think probably an American point of view is different than Israeli. But I think in America, there's definitely been... in America, everything, even spirituality, has to be funneled towards capitalism and success and making money and being better, being like more powerful. And so even spirituality, like, mindful meditation in the last couple of years, it's not just to be more comfortable with yourself. It's how to be a better CEO, how to be a better manager, how to be more productive at work, you can use mindful meditation for, right? And how to ultimately make more money through mindful meditation. And so the way I saw it is, even in sort of this new movement of more people being exposed to Chassidus and Kabbalah and like Tzaddikim and like real authentic Yiddishkeit, even in that there's some sort of, at least in America, there's some sort of like people, it's like being used in a way to like either promote yourself on social media or like to be better at work, or like there's a whole culture of like, be frum so Hashem will bless you and you'll make more money. Like the firmer you are and like the more connected you are, the more kvarim you go to, like the more bracha will come down, the more shefa will come down. Yeah. And so not as a criticism of that, but I thought as like a poetic way to say that is like Hashem is a winner is very like American. Hashem's a winner. Was that at all what you were going for?
Wow, it's so cool to hear it. It's so different. But why should I tell it? If you have your story, it's cool.
Fair enough.
No, but what happened is like this. Every time I come from my parents from Sfat to Jerusalem, so it's like after Shabbat, and I drive 2 hours in my car, and then like when I made this album, it was like when I have a song and it's not finished, I'm crazy. I'm in a crazy mood. Like, how can I finish it? What I need to do? And then I was driving, and I had this sentence in my mind: Hashem is a winner. That's why I'm
in
amazing.
English.
Yeah. Hashem is a winner. That's why I'm amazing. That's why you're amazing. So the song is Lamenatzeach, Shir Mizmor. And the song talks about, I think all the album is like Disco Shel Hashem. I have a song named Disco Shel Hashem.
That would have been a good name. Name for them. There's a song called Disco Shel Hashem?
Yeah. So Disco Shel Hashem. Anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, there it is. Huh. Okay.
So the concept, I think that really, really the concept of the album is we want not to compromise in life. So let me be religious, and let me have the best coffee every day. Let me be religious, and let me have the most beautiful clothes. Let me be religious, and let me be spiritual, but don't tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Disco Shel Hashem is like, sorry, the song Lemenatzeach in Hebrew, the lyrics in Hebrew say like, everyone wants the Disco Shel Hashem. They want to fall in love when they dance. They want to dance in front of the DJ, which is God. Yeah. So everything is parallel. Like I do the parallel between party and being religious. Mm-hmm. And then I tell a story that I travel to my mother's house and I want to bring her flowers. And then all the flowers are so boring. The colors are so pale. And then I'm asking the guy that sells the flowers, where are all the unique flowers? Why didn't you bring the unique flowers? And then you tell me, you're the only one that wants the unique flowers. Yeah, I want the unique flowers. Give me the unique flowers. Why do I need to get these boring flowers? This is the concept, okay? So, Disco Shel Hashem, I don't want to give up the uniqueness of love because I'm religious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, Hashem is a winner. That's why I want this. I want all these special things because Hashem is a winner. This is my concept.
I
think it's better than yours. I'm sorry.
I love it. No. Well, it's funny. That's a very positive, optimistic, forward-looking.
But maybe also because I didn't grow up in the
concept.
State, you know. So.
Oh yeah, it's very different. Wait, I just want to say one thing before I forget. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Lamnatseach in Tehillim means for the conductor, right? The person conducting. But it also
conducting.
means it could also mean la minatzeach, the person who's victorious, the person who's netzach,
Yeah.
who won. So maybe
Beautiful.
there's that connection too.
Beautiful. So you have few meanings. You have לנצח for you that win. You're the winner, למנצח. You have למנצח, God, המנצח. And you have למנצח like the conductor of the orchestra. And then, if you want to be really annoying, Netzach means Rabbi Nachman. So, I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. So there's a couple things I want to come back to. I want to talk about everything you just said in terms of where we're at right now in Israel and as the Jewish people globally. But since you brought him up, tell me about Rabbi Nachman. I see this as a Breslov album, but tell me if I'm wrong about that.
My microphone started to make noise. And I don't think it's a Breslov album because I don't think I'm a Breslover in a community way.
Okay.
But I can get why it's a Breslover album because the concept that I keep in my mind is orot de tohu. You know what is tohu?
Orot to tohu, like nothingness.
Tohu, it's like
chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah.
The light of the chaos inside of kelim shel tikkun, inside of tikkun. So I think it's also very Breslover things like a way of living, living inside of the chaos in a way. So you have Gesher Tzar in the album, which is Rabbi Nachman. It's true, and Liot Besimcha is also. When I just started my Chazar B'Teshuvah, I was working with Likutei Moharan by Rabbi Nachman, and I was looking for what can I compose from this Likutei Moharan, and then I didn't how to say, לא זכרתי. I forgot about it, but my friend told me that, wow, there is a sentence, מעל הזמן, מעל הגוף, מעל הזמן, something like that, that I think that I sing in להיות בשמחה. So eventually it come back to Rabbi Nachman. What are you? Tell me about you a bit. I talk too much about myself. I'm getting bored.
All right, I have other stuff I want to ask you about, not about yourself, but about Israel. What am I? I grew up what am I now? I probably feel the same way as you about Breslov. It's a big part of my life. I try to go to Uman for Rosh Hashanah when I can. Most of what I learn now is Breslov, but also to consider myself a Breslover is like it's a high bar. But I grew up kind of conservative, which also doesn't really exist in Israel. But I went to Orthodox schools. So I had a weird childhood. And then after college, I found Chassidic, and that's kind of been my derech since then. But because of the way I grew up, I don't have the lavush, and you may not know it until you talk to me. I have the beard, and like I wear a kippah. Sometimes I wear hats, sometimes I wear a kippah. But
so you're not like your friend with, the gulgul that he put the head down, and then you see that you have like, your friend that we talk about.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's the same thing where we're talking about a friend who has big long payas, but you wouldn't know it because it's underneath his hat.
But you don't have
No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Not yet.
I don't have it. But really one day maybe. I don't know. I haven't ruled it out. Yeah. But it's not something. Yeah, Yalla for real. But also and I'm about 10 years ago or so I started taking writing really seriously. So for me, it kind of coincided with getting more serious about Hasidus and my religious life, also getting more serious about my creative life. And so I've been writing and trying. I mean, I feel connected with you in this way. Also, I want to make Chassidic stories, but on the highest levels and in the biggest ways. So like taking all of my influences in television and movies and Hollywood and growing up in that way and having the taste for it to know what's good and what's not, and to make Jewish stories at what I hope are the highest levels.
Oh my God, I have an idea for you.
Let me hear.
You can steal it. Just need the money.
I will.
like long time ago, I had this idea of Rabbi Nachman.
Uh-huh.
So Rabbi Nachman comes to Tel Aviv. This is the series. Okay, it's a series.
In time?
No.
It's a series.
It's current.
A series.
Current. So
Okay.
the series is like this. Rabbi Nachman takes the ship and come to our days. Okay?
Okay.
And he comes to live in a apartment in Tel Aviv. So every chapter is like Rabbi Nachman. No one knows that it's Rabbi Nachman. And he lives in this apartment in Tel Aviv. And every chapter have a different sugya. Maybe ilchatit, maybe emotional. But yeah, that's my idea. I don't know. You don't look like amused.
I like it. Well, here's my question. How can you get someone to play Rabbi Nachman?
I know in Jerusalem many people might want to play Rabbi Nachman.
You can find somebody.
Or the Mashiach, you know?
Yeah. No, because when I think about that
find,
sometimes, also like, stories, if you want to tell a story about the Lubavitcher Rebbe in Crown Heights or something,
Yeah.
I think a problem you run into is like portraying a tzaddik with an actor. I think people would go nuts. Like how could you get someone to play the Rebbe? Like the Rebbe can't be, like that. Like,
Yeah, it's
who, like, do you get someone who looks like Rabbi Nachman? Maybe you could get someone like he comes back in the form of like a lady who just takes care of cats.
Oh my God, no.
Or something. He comes back in a different form.
It's too much. It's too crazy.
I like it though.
I think everything that is connected to Chassidic stories, there is something about the traditional way that is nice. I make my music. Yeah, I make this house, whatever music, soul, disco, but I still know that when someone go to a synagogue or when someone wants like an inner emotion, that he wants a sense of tradition. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm contradiction. No,
contradicting.
Yeah, it's my music, because that's why I say my music is not religious. It's inspirational. Because when you want something religious, you do want this shrink. No, don't give me this high. Don't give me this vocal. Just be simple. This is what I think. Yeah.
I heard a great line from the rabbi of my shul over a simple story. He said, from Rav Steinsaltz, who said, God is way bigger than spirituality.
Wow. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, so like you sort of with the projects that interest me, like I wouldn't want someone to necessarily know off the bat that they're watching like a Jewish or Chassidic story. The same way when you hear your song, it's just a song that makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
It's not as in your face. So I'm kind of the same way where like I want a story that can exist alongside every other story in like the movie theaters. But when you watch it, you're moved in a certain way, or it's drawing from certain places that give it that tradition and that like that
totally
flavor.
Understand. Yeah, and you can find this you can find many like I'm trying to think. I'm not so good in movies, but I'm sure that you can find many references about not exactly like a Hasidic story, but it seems like it's a Hasidic story, without saying.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. So I wanted to ask you about. Going back to Hashem as a winner.
Yeah.
And my interpretation versus yours.
Yeah.
I think mine is a very diaspora, like a galut interpretation, and yours actually, I think, and maybe why the song and the album really resonates right now. It's very, very current. It's very what I've been seeing from afar, a post October 7th mindset of not the post-Holocaust mindset of we're victims, we're afraid, we have to stay safe, we have to protect ourselves, we have to be small. But what I hope is a new chapter in Jewish history where Jews are starting to feel, no, we don't have to be small. We can be big, we can be strong, we can be powerful, and like you're saying, we can have it all. You don't have to be frum or happy. You don't have to be religious or creative. Why can't you be both? Why can't you have the nice flowers and bring them to your mom for Shabbos and do a mitzvah? Like we're expanding our idea of what is possible to be as a Jew.
Interesting. Yeah, it's in I don't know if it's connected to the 7th of October, but maybe it's wow. So
I think
ask more.
So I think people living in Israel have been on that wavelength for a long time, but I think the rest of global Judaism post October 7th is now joining the Israeli Jews in that wavelength of oh, wait a second, we can be powerful, we can be strong, we can want more, we can want to be happy. So I think maybe even for you, you might not even be so aware of it, which is great for an artist to be hyper aware. Probably limits your ability to actually make music from there.
But you feel I think someone that lived in the no, finish your sentence.
Oh no, so I think when I listen to the songs on your album, there is a feeling of, oh, like I didn't know Jewish music could sound like this, and why not? Why can't it? Who says it? Who says it can't be? We're used to what we're used to is a genre becomes popular in secular music, like disco or trance, and then Jewish artists take that genre and make Jewish music from it. So like a good example is like there's a certain neighborhood in America that has a reputation for like a Jewish neighborhood in America that has a reputation for like the best kosher restaurants, and like they're cool and they're hip and they're awesome. But when you go there, all they do is they take the most popular restaurant in New York City, copy its design and menu, bring it to their neighborhood and just make it kosher. So you're like, it's cool, it's fun, but it's not original. It's not innovative. It's not like there's nothing special about it. Yeah. Now we just get to feel like we're goyim who sit in a restaurant. I don't know. So like,
I have two things I want to say about it. All right. So first thing is something that really set me free. So what set me free is the story that Baal Shem Tov, the great-great-grandfather of Rabbi Nachman, Baal Shem Tov. So Baal Shem Tov used to take walks in the field. And then he would meet this farmer, and he would hear a nigun, a nigun in the farmer. And then he would go to the farmer and say, I'm gonna give you the money, and I'm going to buy from you the nigun. And now it's my nigun. It's Jewish. It's no longer goy. So this really set me free. Like every time when someone asks me, wow, your music sounds American, your music sounds not Jewish, I say, I bought it. It's mine. It's like the Baal Shem Tov. You know, I have the halacha, the halacha of Baal Shem Tov. It's mine and it's Jewish. Don't tell me it's not Jewish because I'm Jewish. The words are mishtokekot Lashem. So this is one thing, I think. The other thing, I don't know if it answers your questions, but maybe you can dig from it. And the other thing is, I think after 2,000 years in the Galut, and so after חורבן בית המקדש השני, I think, אז בעצם כל החוכמה והתרבות, all the culture and the music was went to the goyim. I mean, music-wise, after the Churban Beit HaMikdash, we could not make music. People were not allowed to make music, so it went to the goyim. So after 2,000 years, now that we're in Israel, I think as Israelis and as a religious movement, I want to say a new religious movement. It's not well known yet in the Tzibur HaKlali, but there is a mishmash. There is a mishmash of new things, of edot, like of Moroccan and European things are coming together. There is no like the old days. So for me, it's obvious that we're building here a new culture, like after 2,000 years. But I'm guessing, I'm asking you, maybe because you live in the state, you feel that you are limited as part of other culture because you're not. I'm asking. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel. I think I feel as limited probably as anybody else. I don't know if that has to do as much with being Jewish, but I think in our Yiddishkeit, a new threshold to cross. I think we've sort of crossed the threshold of making quality, interesting music. But there's still the threshold of like getting weird. Like it's like I think you're the first person I've
far can
maybe
you go,
seen. Yeah, like avant-garde, bizarre. I mean, I'm sure people are making that, but they're not making it in a way that will ever get to me because it's so unlistenable and so inaccessible.
Yeah.
But making music that's accessible and still so creative and fun and confident enough to be weird and funny.
Yeah.
And like who cares what the rabbis say or who's gonna like it and who's not gonna like it,
in a sense, in a way.
No, I know I don't mean like being inappropriate or being like tameh about it, but as long as it's kosher, as long as it's Jewish, like allowing yourself to be as fun and weird as you want to be.
Definitely. So definitely you go the farthest you can go within the lines. So even I have a song named Pekale, okay? Have you heard? Pekale.
Yeah, I know. I'm so bad with lyrics.
Anyway, so in this song, why are you laughing?
I'm so bad with lyrics. I have to listen to a song 1,000 times really before I start like really hearing the words. Even my favorite music, like I love this band Fish, I can hardly tell you any of the lyrics. I've heard the song, I've heard the songs live hundreds of times, and I can't even tell you the lyrics. But anyway, so
in the song, Pekale means in Yiddish like a bag. Okay, so every one of us have a bag, a different bag with troubles, you know. So you have your troubles, I have my troubles, and then I go in the song. I go to a doctor and I tell him, doctor, the pekale, you know, the bag is opened. Like my problem is open now. Everyone can see this problem. I tell the doctor, and then the doctor say. Anyway, he doesn't say. I would say what? No. So the doctor is a female. Okay, and she said to me, Hillel, כבשה שחורה, a black sheep, לא עוצרת בעצמה וחושבת לעצמה למה היא כבשה. So she says like a black sheep with a black sheep is like a problem, yeah? It's a pekale. A black sheep don't stop and ask herself, why am I a sheep? I say it in English, correct? My English is correct?
Yeah.
So I took it like from the Chassidic way that they say like a river never stops and ask him itself why I am a river. Anyway, so I tell this story because I didn't know if I can put the lady voice in my song. And I'm very, very liberal. I'm extremely liberal, but in this project, I'm very limited. Okay? You see me as unlimited, but I'm the most limited. So I went to a posek, and I asked him if I can put this lady voice in the song. And he said, and he's a tough posek, okay? And he say, why not? She's not singing, she's just talking.
Good for you.
Yes, so also, you know, Hashem is a winner. That's why I'm amazing. It's AI. I did it in AI.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's also like lady speaking there, but is it a lady? Is it a lot of lady? It's an AI, you know, all these questions.
Right. Even if you wanted to find her and meet her and take her on a date, you wouldn't be able to.
No.
Well, I wanted to ask you about the production. So, I mean, did you go to school for it? Is it all self-taught? You did it all yourself?
Yeah, so the production. So I produced since I was like 10. Like I started very, very young doing this. I had 2 tapes. No, a tape with... I had a tape with 2 cassettes. So what we did in the old days, I sound like a 70-year-old, but this is what we had, okay? So in the old days, we had 1 cassette and 1 cassette. And then I started to make 1 voice, and then I flipped the cassettes, 2 voice, flip, 3 voice, 4 voice. This I do since I'm 10 years old, these tricks. So I always produced my music. So in high school, I used to make songs in English, like this kind of R&B songs. And I made them in the computer with beat, and I play the piano and synthesizer. But I did study music in the Academy of Music in Jerusalem, like composition and everything. But I don't think, I don't know, like my music is not affected from the studies because the music and the genre, it's something that I have in me since I was a kid, and it's not something to taught. It's more intuition. Yeah, the music is totally intuition, and having fun and listening to a lot of music. So if I want to make this track of this disco, then I will listen to all the disco. I will hear the bass, and I will take ideas. And you know, if I want to make house, then I used to sing hallelujah. You know, these songs.
I gotcha. But you did learn how to do it technically, like the tools and
yeah, it's very easy.
And the process. Yeah.
It's very easy.
Okay.
Totally
if you say
easy.
so.
You can do it. I can teach you.
If you say so.
It's so easy to use the computer software. I think it's harder to be a musician. Now you need to laugh.
This is where we need Ami. This is what Ami does. How is Sukkot? We're recording this the day after kind of the Chaggim ended here.
Wow. You're
how was
asking
it?
me a hard question.
From afar, Sukkot looks. Something happened last year. Sukkot in Israel looks like the most fun place on earth.
Wow.
Now, I'm so jealous. I'm not there now.
It's only because you're a friend of the Americans. No.
What does that mean?
No, Sukkot haven't been that happy this year.
Okay.
People.
Okay. So I want to hear about it. Right.
Yeah, people are debating if they are allowed to be happy, to be joyful these days.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my point of view is to be happy. Yeah, to be more happy, to uplift the situation. But anyway, holidays are always hard, no?
Yeah, they're hard for me.
Were they?
This Sukkot was very strange. I mean, Simplest Torah especially was very strange. In Israel, it's probably more immediate. It's more, because you're hyper aware of everything that's going on. But here, you could forget for a second if you want, and get drunk and have a good time.
Yeah.
And then you're having fun and you're dancing, and then you remember. And so for me, Hakafot this year were they were very unique. They were very special. They were literally crying sometimes.
Yeah.
And also besimcha, and just going back and forth for 2 days. And there was then Shabbos here, so it was very odd. It was very odd. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did Simchat Torah in a settlement, in the Shomron, and I did it with friends, and eventually we did. Anyway, I don't want to get into details. Let me keep it to myself. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who hears this podcast, spies and things like that. Yeah, I keep things to myself.
Okay.
But anyway, the holidays are always hard for me. It increase the feeling of, I'm sorry, Hashem, of loneliness. Like, it's really an effort to be happy in life in general. Like, it's a mission, it's a work. Holidays can be hard. Like, that what I can say. But Be'ezrat Hashem, next holiday, next Sukkot would be crazy amazing.
Amen. Do you have any plans to come to the States anytime to perform?
I'm open. The state is big. It's like 300 million people, no?
Yeah, but you don't see them all at once. They live in different places.
Yeah.
So you only see the people that you're.
Right.
Have you ever been to You've never been to New York City?
I've been to.
Oh, you have been. Okay.
I've been to New York.
Okay.
I've been to many places.
It's overwhelming.
I love New York, Manhattan. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I want to have a show in the MoMA if you can arrange.
I'll see what I can do. And I send your album to everybody. Everyone who listens to it is like, "Whoa, that was cool."
Amazing.
So, yeah, I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for this album. I'm excited for what comes next, and everything in between.
I'm hungry.
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. So good.
Very politically correct.
Yeah. All right, cool. So Hillel, thank you so much. I'm gonna put the album is called Hillel. I'm gonna put links to it in the episode description. Right. Sorry, it's called Liyot B'Simcha. I'll put links, and so everyone, please check it out. Send it to your friends, and come to Hillel's show when he comes.
Each one 5 friends.
Just if everyone sends to 5 friends.
Like we need it. It's so important to spread out.
Yeah, if you share one song, share Liyo B'Simcha, I think.
You
It's
like?
a special song.
I think also Disco of Hashem. Disco shel Hashem.
I think Liyo B'Simcha is the most
It's easy
accessible.
listening. It's easy listening.
It's
yeah.
very it's a good way to start, I think. It's a good
Yeah.
entry point. Cool. All right, Hillel, thank you so much.
Thank you.